At the Empire Country Club, Mike Cunning stands on the verge of a career-changing win. The big man from the desert state of Arizona leads by 3 with only 2 holes to negotiate in the Aberdeen Brunei Senior Masters, but he's been guilty of some late collapses in the past, so nothing is decided just yet.
Well, after finding the fairway on this, well, not the longest par 4 on the golf course, but certainly gets your attention, 406 yards up the hill with a 6-iron. 8 under par. It's a nice cushion to have, and now you found the green in 2, he may breathe a little sigh of relief. It's a momentous day for him.
On the 18th, Giuseppe Calli, a lucrative putt if he can hold this left to right. In she goes. It's going to be his best result since he was tied 3rd in the Irish Seniors Open at Ballyliffin last June.
Yeah, another man with 3 rounds under par now, Mike Cunning. See the dark grass over the top of the ridge. That means it's growing away from him. There'll be no heroics here, I wouldn't have thought. Just coax it down steady. Well, maybe a fraction longer than he would have wanted, but I can tell you he does hold that and stay 8 under par. 3-shot lead with 1 to go.
Now Glenn Ralph, this for a par on 18. Well done. You know, a 72 doesn't look spectacular, but the way he started, 7.55, a 72 is a good return. And a good return to action for him after that year-long layoff because of the ankle injury.
Bob Cameron trying to get in this tie, or into a tie for 2nd place. Wonderful attempt there. He will stay 4 under par, and sadly David Merriman would double bogey. So drama towards the end of this Aberdeen Brunei Senior Championship.
And John, they've kept the most difficult hole until last. It's playing almost half a stroke over its par on average this week.
Well, this guy gives it a fair old spank. There's a bunker down the right at 266 to pass, and out of bounds down the left. And there's some critters on this golf course. I love the course notes where it said beware of the monitor lizards, the monkeys and the snakes.
Yes, and also beware of double bogeys. What a shame for Doug Johnson. Today he took 10 more shots than he took yesterday, but he's going to finish in the top 10 nevertheless. Great comeback, and watch out for him in our next event on the European Senior Tour, the DGM Barbados Open, where he's performed well in the past.
Mike Cunning, ball just above his feet a fraction. Difficult green to find in 2 with a 6-iron. Well, he hasn't got that too much up the club face, but it doesn't really matter. Although he will want to finish with a bit of a fumble and a stumble. And there's the money up for grabs, Phil.
Yes, I suppose, considering the person who should win it. We'll talk about the currency of dollars. 60,000 for the champion, just a little over 47,000 euro. And that is a substantial prize in anyone's language.
Delicate little chip. Rising up round about 2.5–3 feet up to the green. Bring it in from, well, he's choosing to use the left-hand side steady. Well, he's got a little bit clumsy, a little bit edgy, a bit nervy. You can understand it. It's a big day for him. So much at stake, so much money, playing privileges, everything that goes with it.
As for the first round leader, Bob Cameron, he needs to get up and down for a share of 3rd. Good rhythm. It should be mission accomplished.
Well, the European Senior Tour is honoured and delighted to be in the presence of His Royal Highness the Crown Prince Haji Al Muhtadi Billah for the closing ceremony to this wonderful inaugural tournament that we've had in Brunei. And sadly, it's not going to be David Merriman that's going to collect the first prize and the winner's check. We'll have to wait a little bit longer for that, but it's all good experience. Sadly, closing with around a 76, 11 shots worse than yesterday.
Yes, halves of 37, and then a disappointing 39 for Merriman. 76, easily his worst score of the week. Now, we've talked about the luxury of the Empire Hotel and Country Club. Mike Cunning has the luxury of 3 putts for glory.
Yes, I'm not so sure whether he'll use them, but he's performed magnificently well. Player out here for the first time this week, George Ryle, played with him earlier in the week and was thoroughly impressed with him.
Let's hope Bob Cameron can pop this one away and indeed claim that share of third. Traditionally tends to do well in the early part of the season. He figured prominently in Barbados last year, and again he's out of the blocks fast. But there's been no stopping Mike Cunning. A bogey on the last didn't matter. Tremendous scoring, 3 subpar rounds. When he won the Asian Tour Order of Merit in 1997, he didn't record a victory, but he's victorious today. 1 start, 1 win for a champion who couldn't disguise his emotions.
Well done.
It means the world to me. I guess I'm an exempt member on the European Senior Tour now, so I have a home or a place to play. I've had my family, everyone backing me, you know, through the hard times the last few years, and this means the world.
For the winner, the trophy presented by the Crown Prince of Brunei. Cunning's ruled the empire, country club that is, to be the first player with his name engraved on the Aberdeen Brunei Senior Masters silverware.
The Aberdeen Brunei Senior Masters 2009 is brought to you by Aberdeen Asset Management.